in order for us to bring in what we're ready for, a clearing has to happen. Think of it kind of like you have an old rundown building in the city, but you have a dream of building this beautiful art museum, and it's just gorgeous, and you can see it in your mind. But there's that crappy old building that's fallen apart there that's been, no one can go there. It's all, I can't think of the word, but, it's run down. And in order for that dream to come true, we sometimes need to clear that old building. We got to cut it down. We got to pull out all the rubble, remove all that, and then we can start building the new dream. So that's what goes on in us energetically. If we have a lot of fear or lack, a healer like myself can tune into that very quickly and see the energetic patterns, and then we can pull up that rubble and clear it out. And an amazing thing happens, because now we don't have all that clutter anymore. We've got a clear, open, like I used to call it the Etch-a-Sketch, like we shake our Etch-a-Sketch. We have a clean foundation now to build upon. And it's so important that we do that clearing work first so that we can do and build the dream. And Ron has done so much. I've been with him for a little over a year, and he has cleared so much. And I know and see the beauty in him. And I told him, you need to look at yourself. You need to see yourself the way I see you, the way Source sees you, because he's such a beautiful, loving, generous man, and such a sweetheart, and just the heart of gold. And I see that. And he still sees that there's something not of worth there. And so as he heals and clears that, he's going to more and more feel comfortable with being with someone of power. And that's why he and I can work, because he's so aware and he's working on that. If he wasn't, like in my past relationship, he was in a place of rejection and, ego, and no one's going to tell me that I need to do anything and dominate me and push me into submission, then he and I wouldn't work out, because I'm done with that and I won't tolerate that anymore. And so each of us, we have to really do that clearing work and realize that we all have our days. Like there's days where I've lost my alignment when all this stuff was happening with my ex-husband and my son is hurting. I was crying and I was just like, what is the point? Like, I'm doing all this and what does it even matter? And I was crying. It was a dark night of the soul for me. And Ron came in and hugged me. He's like, don't you dare forget who you are. You are an amazing, powerful woman. And he's like, you are going through so much and you are doing awesome. Like, do not let that darkness take you. And it was just like, whoa, he is amazing. And in that way, he helps support me so that I can be here and help and lead so many. And so I see that power in him that is behind the scenes. He's the wind beneath my wings. Anyways, so I think it's great that he shared that, because we all have that clearing work to do. I've had to do mine. He's doing his. Amnon's doing his wife's doing hers. Like, we're all doing this. And some of us are facing it and we're clearing it. And it's really just like buoys come to the surface and then let them float away. Don't think of it like work. Think of it as, I just need to tune in and have awareness and then set things free. And that is really simple. And really, evolution can be very simple. Everything's a choice. We choose struggle because of our thoughts, our belief systems, and then our actions. Or we choose ease because of our thoughts and our belief systems and our actions. So I encourage you all to choose the space of ease, to go with life, go with the flow, and really love each other and really be vulnerable with each other and have truth and integrity, and realize that you're spiritual warriors that have come here to awaken. None of you came here to submit. None of you came here to be pushed around and to be dominated. And many of you have been, but none of you came here to live that experience. You've come here to awaken from it and to rise and to dare to challenge others to do the same. That is really our alignment. And when we come into that and we say yes to our soul mission, it doesn't even matter what all happens externally. We feel an internal fire inside of us that ignites us and guides us daily. Like, I'm inspired all the time and I'm one with Source all the time, because I no longer just relate to the external world. I live on this planet, but I'm not of this planet. I don't get too caught up in all the games. I don't watch TV. There's a lot of things I don't participate in because the consciousness is not really where it's going to serve me. So we each have to dare to be a powerful catalyst for that change. And maybe we're here, maybe I am here to create a show, to create a shift that brings a higher consciousness. And I know I am.
Yeah.
And maybe you are here to create artwork, speak something of power and truth. Maybe you're here to write a book. Maybe you're here to, teach something. Maybe you're here to just be a supporter of someone who is teaching and leading. Like, without all the clients and the supporters that come to help me, I would not have anything to do either. So my goodness and my abundance comes from those who come to me and trust in me and have vulnerability. So do you see how it's all interconnected? That's why there's no need for ego. We all need each other, and we all are here to support each other. And we're all here sharing one planet that would really be good for us to pay attention to how we're treating, because it's our home, all of our home. And we really need to all be mindful of the honor that we're giving each other.
Amen.
That we're having integrity with each other. Be more concerned. Source told me this week. Humans need to be more concerned with if you are taking advantage of another than if they are taking advantage of you. Many times we're walking around in lackful consciousness, like, oh, they're going to try to get this, they're going to do that. But what Source is trying to wake up in us is to be more loving and to make sure we are honoring the other, that we are of integrity, and not to be worrying about what they're doing, but be that integrity ourselves, be in that alignment ourselves. Everything changes when that happens. And you will start to draw in those who really honor. Call that forth. Really ask the universe for, I'm calling forth these beings who love, honor, and appreciate me, and allow that to come. All right, so we went over a bit. Any last things from you, Amnon?
No, that's it.
All right, well, this week, guys, pay attention. Remember to have meditation time every day and just be at ease and release resistance.
Oh, yes.
Be excited and grateful for what you have, and be eager and optimistic and excited for what is on its way. And trust that the universe is hearing all of your calls and wants to give to you, but you have to allow yourself to be a vibrational match for what you're calling in. If you're sick of people not having integrity and not loving and not being honest and not, giving money for things, be that yourself. Be of high integrity. Be of high vibration. Start shifting that yourself. Like Gandhi said, be the change. And really, we'll watch things shift very swiftly when we all step in.
Hold it forth, baby.
Step in, stop dancing around the circle.
Yes.
Sound good?
Sounds great.
Awesome. Everyone have an amazing week. I was going to read you a card, but we went over, so next week
you go ahead if you want to.
Do you want me to?
Sure.
Okay. Alrighty then. Because I was like, oh, I kind of went over. So I picked this card. It's Gaia. And it says harmony, abundance, wholeness, and forgiveness. And I feel this is what Source, what I asked, what do they need to hear today? And I feel this so ties into what we discussed today. Basically, I'm just going to go right to the message because there's a lot of things about Gaia and the belief system on that. But the message is, as a great mother cares for her children, Gaia brings with her immeasurable love, support, and celebration for your journey. And I'm speaking to you, Guy. She honors you for all that you are now becoming, for the dreams that you are saying yes to and calling into being. And to you, Ron, she honors you for the unique and vital role that you came here to play in the great creation story. Her clear and simple message is this to you. Yes. There is never a time when the energy of Gaia is absent from your life, or when her messages, lessons, and gifts are not present and available. There are only times when you may choose to look past the signs, to ignore the messages, or temporarily remove yourself from the connection of life's flow.
Oh, yeah.
In the hose. Sometimes we force ourselves against the current, or we struggle through the bushes in great thirst, lackful consciousness, when all along there is a river of clear flowing water running right beside us, or within us. And that's what I refer to as alignment and source. That's the river of life, and it's always streaming, always.
Always.
As each drop naturally finds its way from the mountaintop back to the sea, Gaia celebrates your return to the greater currents of who you really came here to be.
Yes.
Think about that one. Not who you've been, who you are becoming. We can spend lifetimes living in our head, chasing ideas and concepts, external pressures and agendas, but Gaia's deep invitation is to pause for a moment, maybe 20, and return to that innate part of yourself that truly knows why you are here. That part that once moved in absolute harmony with all of life. That part of you that recognizes the pulse of the earth as your own. That honors the waters as the lifeblood of your own mother. And that hears the wisdom and stories whispered in the wind as those of your own grandparents.
Yes.
Gaia calls you to remember the time when you embraced the tree as your brother. Maybe go talk to a tree this week. I encourage it. When lighting a fire meant igniting the sacred embers of your own divine purpose. Now is such a time for you and your journey. Gaia's great invitation is to recognize and embrace yourself as an honored member of the family of life. Both totally unique and intricately connected to the whole. As you admire the radiance of the parrot and the spirit of the horse, as you take in the magnificence of the whale breaching or the strength of gorilla standing his ground, as you witness the sense of purpose in a single bee or the great vision held by Brother Eagle, you not only see the beauty of Gaia, but you catch glimpses of your own being ready to be embodied and expressed. The beauty, the flow, the power, grace, and wisdom you see in the natural world is a great reflection of the qualities that you carry within. When you find yourself immersed in appreciation of some aspect of Gaia's world, ask yourself, what do I most admire and honor about this animal, this element, or this being? Then ask yourself, where do I see this same quality emerging or ready to emerge from within me? Again, Gaia says, now is the time. Mother Earth is uncompromisingly protective of the balance of life. But she is also forgiving and compassionate. She never turns her back on her children. She knows that each of us in a journey of returning to our own true nature, and all of our energy is in support of this. As you spend time in communion with the animals and the elements of Gaia, you will find both her majesty and your own reveled in. I can't read. You will find both her majesty and your own revealed in full glory. Take this moment as a gift, both miraculous and simple, an invitation to experience the most extraordinary aspects of your life as your normal way of being. And here's your affirmation. The earthly mother and I are one. I am one with the energy of life. And what I like to add into that is I am one with Source. When you start saying I am one, I am, you step in. So it's no more I wish I could understand and wish I could connect. I am one with life.
Step in. Calling it forth,
so I wish you all the best week of oneness, and let's just call forth some miracles. And
calling it.
Don't lose your focal point. Don't get frustrated when the miracles don't show up fast enough or they should. Stay in the vibration of appreciation and gratitude and keep expecting miracles and just keep watching like a child on Christmas Eve waiting for what presents are coming. I want you to imagine that feeling inside of yourself.
Got it down.
And be open, optimistic, and grateful and excited for all
Got that wisdom down.
And then listen to the calling. Have a beautiful, blessed week, everyone. Namaste.
Amazing. Amazing show. Call it forth, baby.
Breaking Free with Marilyn Shannon.
Yeah. Yes, thank you, Amnon. putting that great show on.
At www.